to it that we never thought like, okay, someone at some point in history had the idea of making a projector so we can have this like this. Because it is something that we're used to it. So I want to take a few seconds to go through some ideas that changed the way we live right now. So at some point in the history, someone thought that it was a good idea to have light, to have cars, to have phones, to have a microwave, to have Google, WhatsApp, and many other things that are so used to us right now that is part of our days. But they don't only have an idea, right? They also act on it. They learn, they study, they try, they change things. It was a process that took a lot of time, effort, and money. And they only did that because they believed. They believed that their idea were good, that that idea could really have an impact. One study by Harvard showed that 30 to 6% of people reports improvements when taking pills with no active ingredients in it, just because they believe they're being treated. This is the power of belief. They reported a real change on their bodies because they believe that. So I would like to tell a little bit about how belief changed my life. Belief changed my life in many aspects, but I will tell you one that guided me and allowed me to be here today. So, as most of you know, I'm from Brazil, and one of my dreams was always traveling. Like, I wanted to travel, I want to see the world, I want to live in different countries, experience, make friends. That was a huge thing for me. But it was not my reality. My parents, they never been abroad. I was the first person in my family to be in a different country. My parents didn't have the opportunity to go to university. They didn't have the opportunity to finish high school. So for most of my family, this dream of living in a different country, traveling, was like, okay, that's way too much. When I was called to my mission, I went to Argentina. And that made me feel like, okay, I can do this. So when I go back to Brazil, I told my parents, I know it's hard, but I'm gonna make this happen. And then I started working and saving, and my parents were really supportive of me. And then that happened. I've been now in 14 countries. I live in 3, and I can speak 3 languages. And all that happened because I believed. Because my parents believed in me, and because we believed, we made it happen. So my message today is, we are only limited by our beliefs. And I know that sometimes it can sound like something a coach would say, but that's true. If you don't believe that you're able to do something, you're not putting any effort on it. You're not spending time, you're not spending money, because you don't think you can do it. So if you want to change your life, if you want to try something new, if you want to change your perspective and affect someone else's life, you need to start to think on what you believe. You need to take time and make it a habit to see how your beliefs, where your beliefs are leading you. To finish, I would like to give you 10 seconds to read this quote. Oh, sorry. Okay, so belief is what will make you start. And once you start, you will see progress. And the progress will make you keep going. But if you don't believe, you don't start. And if you don't start, you don't move. So take a few seconds in every day to review what you believe. And I can guarantee that it will change your life as it did with mine. Thank you. Oh, yeah.